All-wheel drive. Available in every class of sedan and wagon. The Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC all-wheel drive.
Available at Leitzinger Import, State College.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently in your area, 34 degrees under fair skies. Forecast. Expect fair skies on Friday and Saturday, and on Sunday, expect wintry conditions.
Coming up till 10 minutes to the hour here on First Outlook, time for Storm Watch.
Yeah, we're watching 2 storms in the around the lower 48, but we also have a tropical storm to talk about. Another one. This is not Odette. This is Tropical Depression Peter. Yes. Believe it or not, we've had 2 named tropical systems in December, which is very unusual. We have not seen it since we've had satellite. Anyway, before satellite it's possible, but since we've been keeping track with satellite, we have never had 2 in December. Now, again, winds are at 35 miles per hour. It's moving north at 12 miles per hour. The center, I mean, it's pretty far from the Azores here, and it's very far from land. We're not expecting it to cause any problems to anybody. You can see the low-level circulation is exposed. There's no convection around it. There's a front approaching from the west. So again, this thing will be moved up towards the north and east. Now let's go back to the lower 48 and talk about what's happening here. Again, with these 2 storms, we have one that's in the west. It's going to cause some problems up there in the Sierra Nevada mountain range. Snow levels should be dropping to about 3,500 feet here when that cold air gets in there. Snow showers for the Bitterroots, rain and wind here in San Francisco, also into Portland and Seattle. Again, be careful traveling to passes today. Now, we're watching our other storm in the Ohio Valley today, eventually heading to the northeast. Looks like for Thursday, snow on the back side of it. Boy, some of us, like in Lincoln, had over 10 inches of snow with this, even parts of Minnesota around Minneapolis. It looks like that snow should be tapering off an additional ½ inch or so is all we're expecting. Parts of Wisconsin, though, still seeing maybe 3 to 6, 6 to 12 in some isolated areas. For the east, though, it's some of that heavy rain. That's our problem through tomorrow. We do have flood watches up for parts of the northeast, including Philadelphia and D.C. Watch out for that snow melt. And then also the wind's a problem, too, with our front, where we're looking at winds gusting today over 40 miles per hour in some cases. They'll get it windy in Atlanta as well, where temperatures are very warm ahead of our system. On the back side of it, it's really getting cold and windy. Nick?
As you would expect, last week's snowstorm threw a curve to stores' holiday sales figures. But the Bloomberg Money Barometer finds there were a few exceptions.
Good morning. Sales at retailers ranging from Kmart to Abercrombie & Fitch fell last week. Snowstorms in the Northeast kept customers away from stores during the second weekend of the holiday shopping season. Many merchants also closed several locations because of the snowstorm. Now, according to ShopperTrack, sales declined 3.3% in the week ending Saturday from a year earlier. However, sales of snowblowers were in fact the exception. Sears sold 28,000 snowblowers during the weekend compared with 34,000 in all of December of 2002. And Lowe's sent 400 18-wheelers to deliver extra rock salt, snow blowers, and other items to stores. Merchants are expected to recoup some of the sales as shoppers leave purchases for later in the month. Online retailers may also emerge as the winners this past weekend as consumers browse the internet while stuck at home. The HSN Home Shopping Network reported sales of $30 million on Saturday. Shoppers ordered cookware, digital camcorders, and cosmetics featured on the internet and television. For the Weather Channel, I'm Linda Bell with the Bloomberg Money Barometer.
Well, the eastern half of the country is seeing more stormy weather. What about the western half?
If your destination is somewhere between Seattle or San Diego, we've got the forecast for you. It's up next when First Outlook continues.
One good thing about living out here is you've got room for any kind of animal you want. Show 'em, boys. Well, no matter what animal you've got, we've got what you need to keep it in blue ribbon form. Out here, we take care of our friends, no matter how many legs they've got.
Your crew cab with $2,500 cash back. That's right, $2,500 cash back. Or save on the stylish and powerful Nissan Murano. Available with low 0.9% financing for 36 months. Plus, Leitzinger Nissan has special savings on Xterras, Altimas, and Pathfinders. These offers are good only until November 29th or while supplies last. Leitzinger Nissan, driven to be the best.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently in your area, 41 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Forecast. Expect fair skies on Friday and Saturday, and on Sunday, expect wintry conditions.
Welcome to Storm Watch. I'm Nick Walker.
And I'm Ebony Dion. The latest winter storm is bringing snow to the mountains of California.
Now, just an hour ago, reporter Candace Kelly of KMAX TV updated us on conditions in Placer County, California, northeast of Sacramento.
Here in Blue Canyon, we're dealing with near whiteout conditions. The storm began blowing through yesterday afternoon here in the Sacramento area. People heading up from San Francisco or from Sacramento up I-80 heading towards Reno. A lot of people going up there to snow. You're going to be dealing with some chain requirements. Once you get to Applegate, California, they will not let you through unless you have chains for your vehicle. We saw a number of people turn back this morning because they didn't have those chains. The challenge that people are dealing with is the fact that there are a few people that you can actually pay to put those chains on. So if you don't know how to put those on, you might want to practice that at home before you hit the roads. Now, as far as the roads go, we're dealing with some slippery weather conditions out here. Lots of fender benders and maybe at least one, they're saying at least one accident where there were some minor injuries in those accidents because of people hydroplaning. So here at Blue Canyon, things are very cold here in Northern California. Reporting for the Weather Channel, I'm Candace Kelly.
Now, Ebony pinpoints all this morning's weather rough spots. She has Storm Watch.
Well, Nick, in the west, we're dealing with a little bit of rain and snow especially into parts of the mountains where winter storm warnings are in effect into parts of the Sierra Nevada around the South Lake Tahoe area. But in the upper Midwest, we're also dealing with a little bit of snowy conditions as well, anywhere from the UP of Michigan all the way down into Missouri, and it's all as a result of that cold air interacting with all the moisture that's in place behind that storm system that's going to continue to make its way up towards the northeast. Here's a quick look at some of the snowfall totals that we've seen so far associated with this system. Lincoln, Nebraska, 10 inches of snow for you. Fairgrove, Missouri, about 6 inches. In Omaha, not too far behind with 4.7 inches. We're looking for more wet weather to come down on that already fallen snow into parts of the northeast, and that spells out trouble for those of you in the area, especially across much of Pennsylvania where flood watches have been posted. Nick?
Season in the Atlantic may have officially ended December 1st, but we have our second December tropical storm, Peter. A very unusual situation, and just to give you an idea how unusual this is the 16th named storm of the 2003 Atlantic hurricane season, and it is so rare. We've had 2 tropical storms in December. It hasn't happened in the satellite era, the era that we've had weather satellites since the 1960s, ever. So Odette and Peter rounding out December in the tropics, and it is dying down. Rough weather anywhere can have consequences. Meteorologist Jim Cantori previews a tough tale in tonight's storm stories.
Severe weather takes a plane down. Tonight at 8 on Storm Stories, a plane flies through a thunderstorm and gets caught in a microburst. Passengers on board are terrified as the plane takes a violent drop.
I felt my stomach rise like on a roller coaster. And then I could hear the engine start revving up to a very high pitch. The plane started vibrating violently.
Strong winds send the plane crashing to the ground as flames explode from the fuselage. Rescuers have their work cut out for them as they search for survivors. See this amazing story on Storm Stories, starting at 8 Eastern and Pacific, right here on the Weather Channel.
Extreme weather is next ahead on Day Planner.
And how's this for a winter weather workout? We'll show you another way folks are riding out the current wintry mess.
This program was brought to you by Pine Mountain. Bring your family together with the warmth and beauty of a cleaner burning Pine Mountain fire.
Every expert knows. Experience the triumph of the human spirit. Every night on Storm Stories, only on the Weather Channel.
At George's Floral, we buy the top grade flowers available, and we put a lot of care into the flowers before we'll even sell them. People are just amazed about how long their roses last for them. The staff at George's Floral strives on a daily basis to provide top quality flowers as well as service. We are selling a better grade of flowers here, and we feel that because they're a better performing flower, this is going to give the consumer the best value.
Now, from the Weather Channel, here's your local on the 8s.
Currently, the temperature is 41 degrees with light rain. Forecast for your area. expect fair skies on Friday and Saturday. And on Sunday, expect wintry conditions.
Well, did you know the answer to our Weather Wisdom quiz? Why do we shiver when it's cold? Well, shivering is the body's natural way of producing heat through increased muscle activity. Well, this edition of Storm Watch will start by showing you the national radar picture and a pretty overwhelming storm we're dealing with here over the eastern half of the country. Notice how the rain and thunderstorms spread from the Florida coast all the